If you need to write a sentence in negative form, you only have to write no before the verb. Examples. María no trabaja en Walmart. María does not work at Walmart. Pedro y Pablo no leen el libro de historia. Pedro and Pablo do not read a history book. When you need to write a sentence in negative form expressing what the subject likes to do, you must write no before the indirect object pronoun. Ejemplos. A María no le gusta trabajar en Walmart. María does not like to work at Walmart. A Pedro y a Pablo no les gusta leer el libro de historia. Pedro and Pablo do not like to read a history book. So notice that no is written before le in the first example and before les on the second sentence. So no has to come before the indirect object pronoun. If you want to express what the subject likes, examples, I like books, he likes cars, they like chocolate, you have to do the following. If the noun after the verb is singular, the verb form will be the same as the form used to express what the subject likes to do. See the examples to the left. A mí me gusta el chocolate. Or you can say, me gusta el chocolate. And that means I like chocolate. Notice that the noun chocolate is singular, so the form of the verb will be the same. A nosotros nos gusta la clase de historia. Or, nos gusta la clase de historia. We like the history class. So notice that clase is singular and the form of the verb gustar will be the same as that one you use to express what the subject likes to do. Here's another example. A él le gusta el café or le gusta el café. He likes coffee. So the form of the verb will be the same, gusta, so you don't have to change anything here. However, if the noun after the verb is plural, add the letter N to the verb. See the examples to the left. A mí me gustan los libros or me gustan los libros. I like books. So notice the noun books is plural. For that reason, we have to add an N to the verb gusta, and so that will be gustan. Here's another example with a different subject. A nosotros nos gustan las hamburguesas, or nos gustan las hamburguesas. That means we like hamburgers. Because hamburgers are as plural, for that reason we have to add an N to gustan. Here's another example. A él le gustan los gatos, or le gustan los gatos. He likes cats. So the noun after the verb to like, gustar, is plural, los gatos. For that reason, we have to add an N to the verb, and that is gustan. Writing questions in Spanish. In writing sentences in interrogative form, you have to add a question mark at the beginning and at the end of the sentence. See the examples to the left. ¿Trabajas en Walmart? Do you work at Walmart? ¿Luis estudia en RCC? Does Luis study at RCC? ¿Te gusta beber agua? Do you like to drink water? You also have to notice here that when you are writing interrogative sentences, Spanish doesn't use any helping verb like do or does, and if you see in these examples, we only write the sentence as the same form we write the affirmative sentence, but we only have to add a question mark at the beginning and at the end. And when we are speaking, we have to change the intonation. Observe the difference on the verb form in the following sentences. To the left, we have two sentences expressing what the subject likes to do. First example. A mí me gusta leer el libro de historia. I like to read the history book. Notice that the verb in blue is an infinitive form, and that is what the subject likes to do. So And if infinitive in Spanish, the verb has to end in er, ar, or ir. In English, you are gonna see the to most of the cases before the verb, so it's to read. Second example, a ellos les gusta estudiar. They like to read. So now, on the right, we have two sentences writing what the subject does. So that is present tense, and if you see the verb, it is already conjugated according to the subject of the sentence. Here's the first sentence. Yo leo el libro de historia. I read the history book. So the verb to read is conjugated in English by adding the pronoun I and dropping the to before the verb read. In Spanish, we drop the er and we add o because the subject of the sentence is yo. And as you learned on the last week, we drop the endings and we add the right ending according to the pronoun. Second sentence. Ellos estudian. They study. So now we have to be careful. If we are writing sentences expressing what the subject likes to do, the action that the subject likes to do has to be written in infinitive form, like leer or estudiar. But if we are expressing what the subject does, like on the sentence on the right, so we have to conjugate the verb according to the subject, as leo and estudian.